Hey everyone, this is Joe coming at you, and I'm with Hope Davis today, and she is a very important part of RX Healthy Habits. Hope Davis is my blog writer, and I got to tell you, I'm very impressed so far with some of the work you've been doing, Hope, because some of your blogs are absolutely fantastic, and you've brought a new dimension, I believe, to our subscribers at RX Healthy Habits, and I'm so thankful I found you. But today I want to go through for the folks on RX Healthy Habits, and maybe somebody who's just kind of found us on a podcast. We want to talk about blogs, and we want to talk about specifically how blogs can help you. So the first question I guess I have for Hope is a question about, what is a blog? I mean, people throw that word around, but what is a blog? Can you explain that to us?
A blog to me is a summarization of online knowledge put into a certain scope for a certain reader, right? Because you could read, 60 health books a year, right? I don't read 60 health books a year, but I'm able to summarize your knowledge into a very concise way. So someone who doesn't even have time to read one health book a year can just read the blog instead.
So what it does is it actually saves you time, and you're kind of, and maybe it's the wrong term, but it's kind of like Cliff Notes to all these other journals or all these other books.
Yes, it's like a summarization, but it's also just, it makes knowledge very specific. So for example, you have a blog about healthy sleep. That blog summarizes probably what could be found in 5 or 6 different books. Like there's, a lot in there about sleeping at night with without the lights on, without, stopping TV before that, but also your diet, also alcohol. I mean, that's 3 books right there that you've put into one blog.
I see. So what does the word blog stand for anything, or is that just is it like, I don't even know.
I'm actually not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. I've never heard it stand for anything. I think it's just a term.
That's a weird term, though. A blog. It sounds kind of like, hey, I'm writing a blog. But there was something else I wanted to ask you about that. And of course, I'm one of the most disorganized people sometimes when it comes to this. But I had another question for you about that. What is it that when you write for RX Healthy Habits, you put in there a lot of things that makes it even more, if people want to go into more details. So explain a little bit about what you put into your blogs to make it more in-depth, I guess, or for people to really dig deeper.
Well, I always link all of my sources. So if I, for example, reference one site for one piece of information, it's always in there. So if someone goes, oh, hey, I'm really curious about this part of the blog, they can click on that link and go find out where I found the information and find the unsummarized version of what I wrote.
And I really like the fact, I have to compliment you, you never read a blog without some really good references to say, look, this isn't off the top of my head, this is all reference. And usually your references, I got to say, are top notch. So
good. I'm glad you like them.
What's that?
I'm glad you like them.
Oh, absolutely. Now, how can this really help the subscribers on RX Healthy Habits? Because we got videos, we have the website. How do you think somebody that, I think a little bit about our mission is to help people develop their own self-health care versus sick care. How do you think these blogs can be like an added benefit to the videos and to some of the other things that we have for them?
I'm a firm believer in everyone learns differently. Like I was that kid in school. If you brought out that TV, I was like, oh man, I'm going to sleep through this class because I cannot stay awake during a movie. But if you'd given me a book, I would have been a happy camper. And I think there's people out there who they associate like watching a video with, hey, this is what I'm trying to get away from. I'm trying to get off the couch. I'm trying to get out there. And reading a blog is actually, something that could go as part of a healthy habit to read every night or read every day, at least a little bit.
So what I think what I'm hearing then is that for people to have the style of preferring written content, the blog is the way to go. And you're right. There's some people who really don't like videos, and there's other people. I think you mentioned your boyfriend's a video person, but not a blog person, right?
Yes. Yeah. That's correct.
Well, I tend to be both, but I tend to, kind of gravitate towards video sometimes. But I'll tell you what, you can't get the same information in your head, I don't believe, without reading something versus just watching it. So I believe that to be true. And I'm looking at my notes here because I want to make sure I ask you some other things here. Now, this is a question that somebody asked. I mean, how do they get the blogs to come directly to their email? Now, is there something besides just being on RX Healthy Habits and besides us sending an email with your blog in it? Can't they just get the blog sent to you from?
I think the best way is actually just to subscribe to the email, because that will send you the blog each week, as well as maybe blogs that might be related that you didn't see before.
Because I get alerts saying, hey, this blog's just been written by Hope Davis, and it comes into my feed or my email. So I'm going to look into that for the team, and I'll put some at the end of this video. But I believe there's a way, if they sign up on the website, that just that blog can come right to them, because sometimes if that comes without the email, then there's a chance for them to really get into it before the email comes out with the videos. So, and here's the thing that I just wanted to mention about Hope. I just sent her some information about a topic she's going to write on, and it was about why junk food is so addicting. And I think she's going to really do a great job of really referencing some articles. I read them. I was absolutely blown away about why junk food is addicting. And one of the things, like Captain Crunch or Cinnamon Crunch cereal, generically, whatever, has 32 ingredients that bring you in, besides just the sugar for the dopamine and all that. But the science behind that, I think she's going to touch on this in this next blog she's going to do. But you really wouldn't get that from my 5-minute video trying to explain it. So stay tuned for that. But we have so many things coming out. We have a whole list of things that come down. And I guess, Hope, in closing, before we get to maybe a little bit about you and what you offer as a freelancer, can you just give us an idea of where you see, I guess, RX Healthy Habits going down the road? And what do you feel that we can do with this brand, I guess, to really help people? Where do you see it going?
Well, I'm hoping that, more and more people get on board with, the actual, like, living a healthy life instead of sick care, which is exactly what you guys stand for. And I hope that you end up helping a lot of people, because healthcare in the U.S. is becoming a, bigger and bigger industry every year. And at some point, it's going to hit a breaking point where people who need sick care won't be able to get it. So they will have no choice but to do the, healthy habits care. And I hope that before that happens, we get more people to start living healthier lives and losing weight that way, and, being able to go off their medications and stuff before there's a problem.
Yeah, that's a very salient point. And I think that's one of the things that we worry about too, is our healthcare system is so strained, and I don't think it's going to be sustainable with the expense.
It's only getting worse.
What's that?
It's only getting worse as the boomers get older.
I agree with you. And then there's a whole generation coming up that maybe has done a little bit better job, but not too much when I look around. So,
nope.
And the last thing is on this podcast, if you could just mention a little bit about what you do, because maybe people out there are saying, hey, I really want to find a good blog writer. Tell us a little bit about what you do and a little bit how to find you, I guess, where they can find you.
Yeah, so I am a blog writer. I'm also a ghostwriter. So if people have an idea for a book, but then they don't have the time to sit down and write a book, I will write the book for them based on their ideas. For blogs, I usually stick in the health, home, and actually cryptocurrency areas, because that's my areas of expertise. But yeah, I can write blogs about almost anything, I think. If people want to hire me, they can take a look at my website. It's hopeedavis.com, or email me at hopedavis1994@gmail.com.
So that's how we can find you. Good. And at the end of this video, it's a video podcast. This will be on YouTube. There's also going to be some information to contact her. Plus, it'll be probably in the feed down below here in the video, but it'll be in the description. And I don't know, I might be interested in you ghostwriting a book for me. I'm kind of excited about that. That sounds great. It's
a lot of fun.
What's that?
It's a lot of fun.
Well, a lot of times I write my own blogs, and then after a while I said, you know what? She does a better job, so I'm just going to give her some ideas and let her roll. So we hope you guys have enjoyed so far the blogs, and we want you to spread the word, because I believe this information can change lives, like Hope said. And we hope one day to think that we can reduce those numbers from 74% overweight and 43% obese down to much, much, much lower numbers. So, Hope, thank you so much for being on with us today, and we look forward to future podcasts down the road with you.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Take care.
Bye.